Nathaniel, how does that feel? A hometown win, this is something you dreamt about for a long, long time. Is it as good as you thought it would be?
It was everything and more. Honestly, coming out there, seeing the crowd, it was special.
Having been in the stands and watched Brad fight, and now he's in the corner and you're in the cage fighting. I mean, how special was that?
It was special. I don't want to just sound like the guy that got his fight and said that's a dream come true, but it was a dream come true for me. I've been thinking about that moment for a long time. To have it with my cornerman there, my crowd and my flag, and get the win. If I had lost, it would have crumbled me. So to get that win, see everyone just cheering on their feet, it really was a dream come true.
Compare that to the fights you've had at the Indigo, which is just literally just yards from here. How much bigger and louder and more exciting was it compared to the
that was the top thing for me. When I started this sport, obviously I want to be UFC world champion and whatnot, but for me, I was like, the end goal, if I can headline an O2 arena in my home country, that's the dream come true for me. And I didn't get to headline it, but I was on the main card. As I said, I got to come out with Brad, my dad, Ashley, get the win. I saw my friends and family up there as well with my flag and stuff, and it really was special.
And against scrappy Mexican fighters, those Mexicans are tough to beat. I mean, tell us a bit about how it was in there with Jose. He's a tough competitor, wasn't he?
If I'm honest, I'm my own worst critique. At the moment, I'm disappointed with my performance. I felt like I missed far too many shots. I felt like I should have landed that left hook so many times, and I felt sloppy. That's how I honestly feel. But I've got to obviously look at the good things that I did, but at the moment I'm just thinking about all the bad things. I feel like, man, he landed far too many leg kicks than I intended. He got a takedown, and at the moment, I'm just thinking of all the bad stuff. I need to go back, look at the footage, and I'm going to go back to the drawing board and come back a better fighter for sure.
Where have all these submissions come from? We used to call you a knockout artist all the time, and now ever since you've been in the UFC, it's 3 submissions and 3 fights.
That's it. I'll give where credit's due. My jiu-jitsu coach, Ashley Grimshaw, he's really been improving my game. I still want them knockouts. I'm coming out for them. Honestly, I'm not chasing submissions. I just find them there, and I think that's where I'm training with high-level grapplers. When I can see an opportunity, I see it there, and I will take it. But at the moment, the 3 guys that I fought in the UFC have all been on the back foot. I need someone to come forward, and that's what I had in the Cage Warriors days, and that's where I'm going to get the knockouts.
You're still very young. Obviously, 3 amazing finishes now, and we had Michael Bisping announced to be into the Hall of Fame this year. What kind of goals have you set yourself going forward into the future?
For me, just enjoying life. Honestly, this sport is everything to me, but I have a life outside of the sport as well. So for me, it sounds so cheesy, but I just want to be happy. I want to make my family, my friends proud and do what I love to do, which is MMA. So, if tomorrow they said to me, you can go in there with TJ Dillashaw, I would take that shot without a doubt on the contract I am now, and I'll be confident that I'm going to win. But, if the UFC said to me, oh, we just want you to fight someone that's ranked 30th, cool. I enjoy this sport. I enjoy doing it. I'll turn up tomorrow and bring my A game. I'll still be training with guys when I retire in this sport. So for me, I love competing, and I just want to keep enjoying it. And if I can do that on the biggest platform there is in the world, then that's everything for me.
You say you're your own worst critic, but I think watching you fight tonight, you showed that you can mix all of the elements of MMA up really well at the drop of a hat. You also showed a composure that goes beyond 3 fights in the UFC. When you're in that cage, other than Brad and Ash, do you take anything else in at all, or is it just you and your opponent? Again, your composure is phenomenal.
No, I get tunnel vision. It is literally just me and my opponent. When I come out, I can feel there's people around me, but I don't focus on them. It could be my best mate standing there calling my name, and I won't notice him. I've had people say, "Oh, he's ignoring me," but honestly, I'm not. I'm just so focused on the job in hand, and I've been known for kind of not listening to my cornerman sometimes because I'm just so fixated on the fight. And for me, that helps me, because I don't want distractions. I don't want to be sitting there thinking, oh, what's so-and-so doing around here, when I've got some guy that's trying to take my head off. So, when I'm in there, all I want to see is my opponent. As soon as I get that win, I see the crowd, I soak it all up and, take it in.
How are you going to go out and celebrate tonight?
Well, I've got a little after party at the Hollywood Bowl, so if any of you want to come, have a few drinks and, just, go and see my friends and family. And I've got to make up for all the drinks that I missed at Christmas as well. So.
What's next for you now?
Well, I'm going to go on holiday. You know, I'm going to enjoy a little bit of time off, put a little bit of weight back on because I've been too skinny for too long. But as I say, whoever the UFC want to give me, eventually, you know, I want to get a shot at the title, which obviously they're not going to give it to me tomorrow. So, you know, I want to take a shot at the top 10, top 15, work my way up. But if not, you know, I'll just come back, fight wherever the UFC want to put me and whoever they want to give me.
Realistically, 2 more this year if you could, or?
Yes, definitely, without doubt.